Hello again, everybody. Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. It's time for this week's news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. This week, we take a look at the world's largest wrestling tournament, the 2012 A6 Vaughn Junior and Cadet Nationals in Fargo, North Dakota. Just last week, we talked about the first part of the event, including Greco-Roman and the women's freestyle divisions. This week, we'll look at the competition that includes cadet and junior men's freestyle and the women's junior duels. The cadet competition in men's freestyle features the best 15 and 16-year-old wrestlers in the country. Although a rarity, it was a big year for cadet Triple Crown winners. To attain a triple, you must win USA Wrestling Cadet National titles in folk style, freestyle, and Greco-Roman in the same year. Tough work if you can get it. Entering the season, only 9 wrestlers had won USA Wrestling Triple Crowns in the cadet division. That number jumped 4 to 13. There were 4 accomplishing the feat this year, winning a Triple Crown as well as the Outstanding Wrestler Award in the Cadet Freestyle Nationals. Texas star Bo Nickel. He started everything off. He won his Greco title at 152 pounds earlier in the week, then moved up to 160 pounds for freestyle. His strategy worked well. In the finals, he met Cadet Greco champion at 160 pounds, Utah's Kimball Bastian. Nickel stopped Bastian 1-1, 1-0 in the championship finals.
All the styles is important because, they all mix together. For Greco, just keeping hip position helps a lot and focus on freestyle for throws and stuff. That's one of my big things I do. I do a lot of throws in freestyle, and it just helps a lot.
Well, you hear the word amazing quite often, but in the case of 132-pound Californian Aaron Pico, using that word to describe him and his performance would be accurate indeed. In 2011, Pico won cadet national titles in both Greco and freestyle and did not enter the folk style division. This year, he set his sights on winning a Triple Crown as his goal and won golds in the cadet folk style and Greco-Roman events. That left freestyle. Pico looked dominant the entire freestyle tournament. It came down to the finals where Pico would meet Indiana's Cody LeCount. In what would seem like a perfect storm to some, Pico needed only 2 periods to dispatch LeCount with a score of 4-0-4-0 in the finals.
Every tournament I come into, I have the mindset to win, and I wrestle to win, and I just go out there and try to dominate my opponent. I take it 1 match at a time, and that's what I usually do.
Well, emotions run deep at Fargo, and the first Triple Crown winner of the finals round was visibly moved. Wisconsin's 94-pound Hunter Marcos swept Illinois' Nick Lukanich 1-0-4-0 in the championship match.
When Brand Paulson came in, he talked about goals a lot, and never be satisfied and keep him motivated. You can't be satisfied, and we keep striving for excellence, and that's about it.
Well, the parade of Triple Crown winners included Minnesota's 195-pound Lance Bennick, who scored a dominant 7-0-6-0 tech fall over Michigan's Landon Pelham. It was an exciting rematch of the Cadet Greco-Roman National Finals.
What's it feel like to be a Triple Crown winner at this level?
Feels pretty good. When I was a kid, it didn't feel so good, but when you're up on the stage wrestling in front of everybody, it feels a lot better and it seems like it's a lot tougher.
Well, those were the Triple Crown champions. Now let's take a look at Fargo's doubles champions. The finals featured 3 double champs that won both Greco and freestyle competitions. Pennsylvania's 88-pound Devin Schnupp entered double Fargo champion status when he pulled out a dramatic win over Maryland's Michael Deutsch in the finals. In the 3rd period, Schnupp scored a 2-point turn in the closing seconds to prevail.
How does it feel to win this thing twice? You came in here, was that your goal? I mean, feel that you were able to do this coming in?
I don't know, it was my first time here, so I didn't know too much what to expect, but I did the duels, so I knew the competition was good, and yeah, just tried my best.
A 2012 Fargo double title goes to Utah's 220-pound Roy Nash. In the finals, Nash downed Oklahoma's Kyler Childers 4-1-4-0, propelling himself to the top of the podium for the 2nd time that week.
I was really hoping to, but I wasn't sure if I really had what it took to get there. And after I won Greco coming into freestyle, knowing it's my weaker style, I still didn't think I was going to be able to do it. And coming into this match before I had against New Jersey, an extremely tough match. And once I got through that, I finally had the confidence that maybe I can do this.
Oregon's Wyatt Spears blanked Illinois' Nicky Allegretti with a freestyle final score of 2-0-4-0 and became a double Fargo champion himself.
The key to that victory was he was a tough little wrestler, and the key for me was just to wrestle my match, getting my ties and don't let him wrestle his match, you know? You keep him off balance or get him in some position that he's not used to or he doesn't like, and you know that position, 9 out of 10 times you'll win it every time.
Well, two of the freestyle finals featured rematches from the Cadet Greco-Roman finals that ended up with different results. In two separate instances, the Greco-Roman runner-up beat the Greco-Roman champion in freestyle. Case in point, at 126, Minnesota's Seth Gross reversed the outcome of the Greco-Roman finals when he outlasted Michigan's Cole Weaver 0-2, 4-4-4-3 in the finals. 2012 was the second straight Cadet National Freestyle title for Gross.
You know, my round robin last year, I lost a match. That was real tough to come back after that. The finals wasn't quite as hard as last year as it was this year, but that was probably the toughest match I've had in a long time.
It was Washington teammate versus teammate as Ryan Christensen avenged a finals loss of his own in Cadet Greco-Roman. In the 170-pound finals, Ryan needed and won 2 periods, 3-1, 2-1 against Chandler Rogers.
This will give me a really good motivation to keep working. Hopefully I'll be able to win Greco next year too and be a 2-time.
Individual Cadet Nationals freestyle champs include Miguel Silva of Illinois, who beat New Jersey's Kyle Beardumfel in the finals at 100 pounds. Beardumfel was second in both styles in Fargo. Pennsylvania's 106 pounds Scott Parker topped Oklahoma's Cade Brock in 3 periods in the finals. At 113 pounds, California's Zahid Valencia headed to the finals, where he capped a superb tournament by edging New Jersey's Charles Tucker 1-0-1-0. Valencia's older brother Anthony followed suit and downed Pennsylvania's 138-pound Pat Duggan in the finals. Missouri's Michael Pixley beat Georgia's Chip Ness in the 182-pound final round, and Bixley won a Cadet Nationals Folkstyle Championship back in April. In the finals at 120 pounds, Ohio's Matthew Kolodzik defended in the clinch in the first period and then won the second period to defeat Oklahoma's Joe Smith. Kolodzik also won a Cadet Nationals Folkstyle title this year. Florida's Fox Baldwin stormed ahead to defeat Cadet National Greco champion Mason Manville of Minnesota in the finals, doing so at 145 pounds. Michigan's Mark Hall beat New Jersey's Miles Barton for the title at 152 pounds. And with a balanced lineup, Pennsylvania won the team title, Illinois took second, and Michigan third. Well, the women's competition concluded with the junior women's duels, and it proved to be a great day for the defending champs from California. So popular is women's wrestling in California as they had to enter 2 teams this year in the women's duels. And both teams won all their dual meets. California number 1 and California number 2 both advanced to the finals, where they were declared co-champs after electing not to face each other. California number 1 downed Washington 27-23 in one semifinal bout, which went into the upper weights before it was determined. Washington's Brittany Cook opened with a victory at 97 pounds by fall. After a 4-foot win from California, the Golden State won 2 more matches, with Amy Fairnside at 112 pounds and Ricky Liang at 117 pounds taking decisions of their own. Washington bounced back with 2 wins by Bianca Arispe at 121 pounds and Jennifer Anderson at 125 pounds. California regained momentum with victories by Mallory Veltre at 130 pounds and Sarah Bollinger at 139 pounds. A pin by Desiree Harms of Washington at 148 pounds gave her team hope, but the duel was all but over when California's Jackie Williams pinned Kaya Venskoyak at 159 pounds. A 4-foot win at 172 by California won put them over the top. Washington finished off with a pin by Ryan Gibbons at 198 pounds, but California 1 claimed the duel 27-23. California 1 coaches Julie Gonzalez and Michelle Jimenez talked about the strong team effort by the athletes.
They got a good warm-up. She led the warm-up, and we got the ball rolling. And the girls that didn't have necessarily good end matches yesterday, I mean, they turned it up for the team. It was a team effort, and they did a great job.
Well, Team California 2 faced a tough team from Hawaii in the other semifinal. Hawaii won the first match by forfeit and dominated in the lighter weights. Hawaii wins in the early going came from Shayna Maria Oliver at 112, 2011 Junior National Champion Bree Raposa at 117, Janae Lynn Oliver at 121 pounds, and Precious Jaramillo at 125 pounds. California's only win in the early going was a pin by Elizabeth Phillips at 105. California 2 broke it open with pins by Amy Spafford at 139 pounds and Monica Ramirez at 148 pounds. A win by Hawaii's Christina Haga at 159 pounds was the final bout in the duel, as California 2 took the last two bouts by forfeit. California 2 coach Marcy Van Duzen had high praise for her team.
You know, we're just so impressed with how they did today overall, A and B, but really I think the difference in this team is that we didn't have any national champions in this tournament. We had one girl in the junior tournament that took second, but there was no superstars on this team. They were a solid team. They stuck together, and it really shows when they wrestle in duels.
All in all, it was a great effort on the week by California Women's Wrestling, winning team titles in the Cadet Nationals and Junior Nationals earlier in the week. Well, stay tuned. We've got a lot more news around the corner. This is USA Wrestling Weekly.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Winning a cadet triple crown is hard, and it may be even more so to win a junior triple crown. Coming into Fargo, only 3 athletes had ever won a junior triple. That number is now 4. Michigan's talented heavyweight Adam Kuhn closed out his week by winning the freestyle title at 286 pounds. He beat Indiana's talented Dante Winfield 1-0-1-0 in the finals to complete his junior triple crown. Kuhn was a cadet world champion in freestyle last year at 220 pounds and has moved up to heavyweight this year. Juniors became eligible for the Triple Crown honor in 2007 when the division was added to the USA Wrestling Folkstyle Nationals.
It's been a dream of mine when I was younger. I won. We have a Triple Crown at the state level in our state. So ever since I won that, it's been a dream of mine to get up here on that national level and try and get a national Triple Crown.
Illinois star Nkosi Moody attempted to become the first wrestler to win 2 junior Triple Crowns. He won the Triple Crown in 2011. This year, he won both the USA Wrestling Folkstyle Nationals and the Junior National Greco-Roman titles this year, but the Freestyle Crown was not meant to be. Not many people were giving New Mexico's 106-pound Paul Mascarenas much of a chance in the Junior Nationals Freestyle Finals when he stepped on the mat against Moody. The only one that really mattered, and his opinion counts, is Mascarena himself. He believed. Trailing 4-0 in the first period, Mascarenas fought back to win the period 5-4. He controlled the second period 4-0 to become the first Junior Nationals Freestyle champ from New Mexico.
Well, yeah, he's really good. He's fast on his feet. I've watched some of his matches before. You just have to come out and wrestle hard. You can't think anyone's going to beat you. Anything could happen on any given day. So you just wrestle hard every match, and whatever happens, happens.
The junior division featured a pair of Fargo double champions, winners of both Greco-Roman and freestyle. At 126 pounds and in the finals, Iowa's Corey Clark capped a grueling week with a comeback win over U.S. Cadet World Team member Joey McKenna of New Jersey. The score, 0-6-5-3-2-2. Clark, who will attend the University of Iowa in the fall, was named the outstanding wrestler of the tournament.
After Greco, I was feeling pretty good, and I was like, oh, that was wasn't too bad, but then about 2 matches into freestyle, it started hitting me, and I was just like, yeah, both styles is hard.
Dramatic to be sure, Sam Brooks of Illinois became a double Fargo champion after pinning Brock Burge of Minnesota in the second period of the 195-pound freestyle finals. Brooks bumped up a weight after winning his Greco-Roman gold medal at 182 pounds. Like Clark, he too will attend the University of Iowa this coming season.
Those guys are bigger and stronger, but I still felt, I was surprised at really how strong I felt against them. I thought I was going to have to, out-style, out-technique those guys, but some of them I still could just push around.
Ohio's Nathan Tomasello repeated as Junior Nationals freestyle champ with a hard-fought 3-period win over Michigan's Zach Hall in the 120-pound finals.
I mean, some of these guys are the best in the country, and being able to come out here knowing that everyone's gunning for me, which I won it last year, was just huge to come back and win it again.
Well, the score ended at 1-1, 1-1 in the 132-pound finals. In the battle of wrestlers named Zane, U.S. Cadet World Team member Zane Rutherford of Pennsylvania was the last to score in both periods, edging 2011 Junior Nationals freestyle champ and 2012 Junior Greco champion Zane Richards of Illinois.
Out at Fearless, Nationals, I was down the first period and I just kept wrestling. So that worked for me here, so just figured it worked for me there too.
In a battle of past Cadet Nationals champions, 182-pound Jordan Rogers of Washington stopped Georgia's Glenn Clemens 5-2, 2-0. Rogers was second in junior freestyle last year and will attend Oklahoma State this coming fall.
He definitely put on a lot of weight after weigh-ins that second day. I knew that coming into the finals because, he cuts pretty hard. I'm assuming just because he plays football. Right. So I know he cuts a lot of weight. So I mean, I felt it on those double legs, but I was able to hopefully get those hips in and pop through for that first period.
Another Oklahoma State-bound recruit won the title at 170 pounds. Oklahoma's Kyle Crutchmer shut out Minnesota's Micah Barnes 1-0-6-0 in the finals.
Oh, it's awesome. I feel like a monkey off my back. I've been training for this since I was little, little kid. So it's just a huge opportunity to come out here and be in the finals and wrestle with a great kid he was. He's tough. So it's just something that I've been wanting since I was little. So.
Also in the finals, a pair of age group World Team members battled for the 113-pound title. U.S. Cadet World Team member Tommy Thorne of Minnesota controlled U.S. Junior World Team member Adrian Cordova of Colorado 2-0-6-0. Thorne won a Cadet Nationals freestyle title just last year in Fargo.
I feel I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a better second attack. I've learned how to defend the last 30 seconds better. I'm better with my tie-ups. I'm feeling really good right now.
In all, junior national freestyle titles were won by California's Isaiah Martinez, who defeated Minnesota's Nick Wanzik in the 160-pound finals. Martinez captured a Cadet Greco title just last year, and at 100 pounds, Iowa's Tanner Roweeder grabbed the title when he stopped Carlos Fuentes of Illinois. And Illinois star Bryce Brill got his offense going in the 138-pound finals, defeating New York's Quentin Murphy. Ohio's Anthony Collica needed 3 periods to down Missouri's Austin Itz in the 145-pound finals. And at 152 pounds, Maryland's Josh Lopez won a close finals bout over Florida's Yohan Smedjev. And Missouri's Jaden Cox stopped Michael Swider of Illinois for the gold medal at 220 pounds. In the team race, Illinois repeated as junior freestyle champion, grabbing first. Iowa finished in second and Minnesota third. While Fargo attracts great wrestlers and legends of the sport, the high quality of the competition also acts as a natural attractant to college coaches from across the land. They know that the best athletes will work to prove themselves, hoping to be seen by the coaches to improve their chances at better collegiate opportunities. Columbia head coach Carl Fraunhofer wrestled in the tournaments on his way up and now recruits athletes from the events in Fargo.
One, give back and help out, and obviously it's a great place to recruit the best kids in the country. So I contacted Coach Blatnick and said I want to help, and they were happy to have me.
Host for the event is North Dakota State's coach Roger Kish. He's looking forward to recruiting those that do well as well.
So, the level of competition is fantastic, and we always continuously get good numbers out here, and it really works out well for us, and bringing all these kids on your campus is always a great thing.
Well, it's not only Division I coaches who understand Fargo's import. Steve Marianetti, who coaches Team Illinois, is after recruits for his Division III team at Elmhurst College.
It's a great situation for me because I've been in the state for my entire life. So, you know, I had the opportunity to get coached by a lot of great guys, and now I'm trying to give back. And so it's just a fun part of the summer to be doing the same thing I've been doing for, 20-something years now.
Nebraska's assistant Brian Snyder knows a good thing when he sees one, and a good prospect as well. And he finds him in Fargo.
Get to see him in good environments, get to see him winning, get to see him losing, see how their composure is. It's great. I mean, it's invaluable to be up here and get an experience like this.
Oregon State assistant Troy Steiner knows the importance of Fargo to his program.
Well, I think, you want to come out here and watch some of these guys on a national level, and if you're looking to compete at the national level in the college, you got to get guys, it's that attitude of the guys that are competing at this level and watch them compete.
Elena Berube is the head coach of the University of the Cumberlands and was in Fargo helping coach the women on Team Wisconsin.
It's been great. I mean, just since I've been here as an athlete 10 years ago, just to see how much it's grown and adding the cadet division and just giving back to the sport a little bit, helping the younger girls and just improving the overall quality of women's wrestling is huge for their sport.
Archie Randall coaches the national champion team at Oklahoma City University. He was also coaching both the men and women wrestlers for Team Oklahoma.
I've always been a firm believer that you build from the bottom up. You don't build from the top down. I think this tournament actually has got 11 more girls in it last year, and I think it's going to keep growing. It exposes more and more girls to the style that we use in college, which is freestyle.
Well, America's top young stars know that they have to go to Fargo to be discovered. Well, stay tuned. There's a lot more coming up next. This is USA Wrestling Weekly.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, we visited with Olympic referee Stacey Davis of the U.S., who hit the mats in Fargo to fine-tune his officiating skills before heading to London. Davis came up through the ranks as an official working the Fargo mats and has a strong commitment to the event and to USA Wrestling's programs.
Fargo is simply the place where I got my start at. It's the largest high school level tournament in the world. You get quality mat time here, and you get to be around great guys, great officials, where it's a great opportunity to continue, refining your sport here, becoming a better official out there. So it's no better place to be right now in this time. Great place to get ready for the games.
Well, as Fargo draws to a close, the world now turns its sights to London, England. The British will play host for the Olympic Games for the third time over the years, and all three U.S. teams have finished their domestic training and have flown to England to begin the next and perhaps the most important part of their Olympic journeys. First to arrive in London on Tuesday was Greco-Roman Team USA. The women's freestyle team landed on Wednesday and the men's freestyle squad on Thursday. Between now and August 5th, the U.S. teams will continue their training and prep for the Olympic wrestling events. Our coaches and athletes are focused and determined. Sports fans, you no doubt will have your eyes focused on historic London, England, as the world's greatest athletes look to make their own history. Rest assured, all of the collective assets of USA Wrestling and this weekly TV show will be focused on London, the Games, and on our athletes. Over the next few weeks, we'll be pleased to provide special coverage of the 2012 London Olympic Games. For all of us at USA Wrestling Weekly, Thanks for watching as we salute the teams of the United States. In the Olympic spirit, I'm Scott Casper. Good night.